Jamie was in the yard with a trailing unit. It's nice to meet you, said the trailing unit. My name's Joyce. It's nice to meet you, said Becky. Then there was bad news. After the train left, Dwee had something very special to say. Mrs. Berman has to go home tomorrow, Dwee said sadly. You're right, puffed Becky. I sure am gonna miss her. We'll keep contact with her all the time, said Alexia. We'll touch base with her every once in a while, said Courtney. Sounds good, said Becky, and she steamed off to collect her passenger train. She buffered up to the coaches and set off to California. Mrs. Berman is going home tomorrow, Becky said. That's why I'm gonna say goodbye tomorrow morning. Becky was a little bit heartbroken. She arrived at Rustington to pick up more passengers, and she set off into the sunset. Mrs. Berman's going away party is in the evening, said Becky. That's why we have to say goodbye. Have a good trip, Whitley said. In the coach, it was nice and comfy, while the passengers had their dinner in the dining lounge car. When the sun set, Becky steamed into the night. It was dark and spooky in the tunnel, but Becky carried on. I'll say goodbye to Mrs. Berman tomorrow, she said. When the morning broke, Becky steamed into the sunshine. This is gorgeous, Becky said. The sunrise is beautiful. She loved it a lot. Every engine on New Florida loves the sunrise, Becky said, especially me. Then she steamed into the tunnel. Meanwhile, Katie and Kirsten were pulling a goods train to Oakwood. They were being the best. The train was very long. The train stretched for miles and miles. Carlo arrived in the yard to collect stone. She shunted the freight cars, but the last car wasn't coupled up correctly, and it started rolling away. It rolled down the grade at high speed and smashed through crossing gates But Katie and Kirsten were fast approaching, but they didn't know about the runaway car until it was too late. Oopsie! Gasped Katie. I hope someone comes to help, she said. Jackie will help us, said Kirsten. She's my sister. But it was Maladora. Prepare to derail, she said. And however, she bumped the engines hard. Quite on purpose. You can't do that, said Kirsten. The freight car started rolling. Then it became a runaway train. They rolled down the line at their speed. And then they climbed a grade and went slower than ever. And they rolled all the way to a stop completely. I saved the day, Allie said. She can't be the best like I can,